Hello everyone and welcome to another optional extra video. I'm Mitch and today we're taking a look at Ashen, a game that was revealed at an Xbox event maybe 2 years ago, maybe a year ago, I don't quite remember, but it looked like Dark Souls without faces, and what we got when it launched over the Game Awards, because it was dropped then and there, was Dark Souls without faces and with Ash, which has been a prevalent part of the Dark Souls series for a while. And this one's called Ashen.
What a sight.
And it's all about the light. The Ashen light, which comes from a bird. A gigantic bird in the sky. So, I think the story is we have to resurrect the bird somehow. And give the light back to the world and stop the darkness. I know, something like that. And this explains it, basically, that it's like a phoenix, I think. It's resurrected, it's young, we have to save it. So you will notice the top left, you've got your health, below that you've got your stamina. Looks exactly like Dark Souls, as you would imagine. There's a bit more to this than I expected for a indie version of Dark Souls. I expected it to kind of not do things as well, and I expected it to feel worse. It doesn't feel quite as good, but it's, for an indie experience, it's actually almost there, which is pretty incredible. There's your dodge roll. So yeah, it's your light attack. There is a heavy attack, bound to the same button as you would expect heavy attack to be on. However, like From Software's newest game Sekiro, there is a jump option. Also there are side quests. And jumping adds more to the world. This isn't the whole world. There's a dungeon I do later, which I will cut to show you, because that is what they actually revealed at the Xbox event originally. It looked pretty terrifying, and yes, it is terrifying. It stands up to still be terrifying like I thought it would be. So the attacks do feel good, they do feel right. I mean, I'm happy with a sword than an axe. That's not an axe, it's a mace. Same thing, right? Not all one has an end that has a weapon. That's not your Estus, that's like your life gems, or the flasks in Bloodborne. Same button to lock on, so same button to block, parry, or I don't know if it parries, so I haven't got it off at the right moment yet, but I think it does. And there's no like back attack that I've managed to get off either, so while it does share a lot of Bloodborne and Dark Souls, it does have its own unique aspects, such as this being an obviously open map, more so than Dark Souls, which is open, but the environment areas are kind of small. This is a bit more like Sekiro, I guess, which is more open environments, as far as we can tell from the trailers. So what I'm doing now is I'm trying to find a way to light the bonfire equivalent. It's not a bonfire, it's like a ritual stone or something, but for the most part it's the same. I've only fought people and some spider enemies. I've also fought the ocean. And by fought, I mean fell in and drowned. Because you drown if your stamina runs out, and it drains really fast while you're in water. So, you do start the game with this helper NPC, he's not a player. He's just a dude you start with. Don't know his name. Got a cool looking mustache, but he's also saved my life a couple times. That's me struggling to get up the rock. Loot is the same button. I'm playing this on Xbox One X. 4K isn't enabled because the Elgato capture card does not seem to like it. Then, like Link before me, I had to smash some pots. Could have been rupees in there, I don't know. So it's like your down attack. I was testing to see if you could. And guess what? You can. Who would have thought? So I'm walking through the woods, following this icon at the top of my map. I think my friend is being attacked, so I run back and help him. Ugh. He's pretty useful, actually. He's only died once on me, because I forgot about him. Let someone throw spears. Then watch me whack. Oh no, I actually hit them. I remember doing that and I thought I hit the... Ow. Dodge roll. The rolling feels good though, I do like it. I do quite like how this game plays. Looks stunning. I really adore this art style. It reminds me of... God, I can't think of its name. The fighting Dark Souls-y game that came out, I think it was this year or last year. No, it was last year, with the masks and things. If you write in the comments what that is, I forgot. It looked cool, didn't play it. The art style reminds me a bit of that. But for the most part, it's hard to deny what its influence is. That influence is Dark Souls. I did try and hop on rest at a bonfire, but that doesn't work. Anyway, well, look at that. We've moved to this wall. How did we get here so quick? It's a miracle of editing, I guess. So I came in here and I was already creeped out by the spirit. And also you need a lantern or you can't really see. Which doesn't always help. I was like, I'm gonna get murdered around these corners. I fully expect it to be. And later on I do get a bit of a shock. I thought it was blood at first, turns out just to refill your Estus, which is called the Crimson Gourd. Not an Estus flask, a gourd. The similarities do carry on a lot, so like what's around the corner? Oh, it seems okay. I'll pick up my lantern again, because I keep accidentally dropping it. And then I'm very confused about what the shit that is. The spider that spits poison. I get stuck on the wall. And do nothing to help out, because I guess I'm the useless part of this thing. So then I pick up that speckled mushroom. I don't actually eat it. I don't want to do that. I get stuck on the hole for a bit. It's like, how do I get out? That's not working. And then I slow down for a second and let the game tell me. That's making creepy ticking noises. I'm like, it's fine, it's safe. What's in here, then holy f... That actually scared the shit out of me the time I did that. It nearly kills you too, half killed me, so I go and have a drink. And I bash the shit out of it, but it's scaring the shit out of me. There's my helpful buddy, being helpful as always. So I'll let him handle it, he seems pretty capable. He's proven himself many times by now to be very capable of this. But yeah, for the most part, for an indie studio, it's published by Annapure Interactive, who are doing a lot of publishing these days, and a lot of their games are really, really good. So you'll see that logo a lot, reappearing as they make all these really incredible games that they seem to be making. That they're clearly indie, but they sometimes have this properly developed feel. Not to say indie games aren't properly developed, but they always have to sometimes, I don't know, compromise on things. Like that, it actually frightened me, so I rolled. Rolling normally helps save your life, so I figured, why wouldn't it help me now? And so now I'm checking the roofs, because I don't trust them. And I fall down a hole, which I also don't trust. And then I fall into this room, which is very confusing, and more scary spirits. But I don't care about that, I want loot. And I get jumped on, and I also get scared. Because this game just loves to mess with you. Turns out I'm in a boss room, which I was not expecting to find down here, even though it's a dark dungeon. You should have expected it. And so I prove how useless I am by letting my teammate mostly handle the fight before I run in and try and get it. I'm getting hit a lot before I actually hit him. So it looks like this scary little ghost thinger. So have a little drink. Don't want to get too low. There are no identifiers in the screen of how many charges you apply. It's kind of, you just have to assume there's around 4. This is what I did. This is a big AoE. I noticed, because big enemies charging up attacks is a big sign of an area of effect attack. Actually quite I don't know, it was quite simple, but it was something to it. So how the game handles lighting and darkness is really quite nice. With how the distance of the lantern goes, I put it down because I wanted my shield up, but you can't hold both. I thought it was a big AoE. I don't know if I interrupted it or not. But it kind of runs away into defense mode like a Yu-Gi-Oh card. And it hops in that thing. And I had the idea of being suspicious, but interested, so it's just like, oh, what's he doing? Then I whacked it a few times, it went white, and we jumped out. Must have done something right, I guess. Yeah, if you're a fan of Dark Souls games, like, this is really quite good. It's exclusive on the Epic Game Store if you want it on PC, which is where a lot of these games... This game was coming on Steam up until Friday, when the Game Awards came out, and revealed that it's exclusive to Epic Games Store for an undisclosed amount of time. But it's also free under Game Pass, which is how I played it, so just proving the value of Game Pass even more. Which, you know, you can play this whole game under Game Pass. Play CFEs, you don't pay for that. Well, you do, but the value for money's there is really quite good value, I would say, definitely. Yeah, for the most part, this game feels fully fledged, just beat it then. Not the game, the enemy. And it drops some souls, yes, there are a currency you drop, but basically it is Dark Souls without faces. About the darkness is actually scarier than Dark Souls. I don't think Dark Souls is ever this scary. Bloodborne probably on point with Bloodborne, and you know, more like that. And the more jump scares that this game is trying to pull off. I imagine there's more of these corridors. I think these are like the big dungeon parts of the game, which appear every now and then, but that's about it for this video. If you enjoyed taking a look at Ashen, you can buy it and support developers, or you can like and subscribe here on YouTube and get more of this kind of content if you enjoyed it. Thank you so much for watching. Goodbye.